Hey, this is TJ Henfield, and
Kimmy Kimet
and this is Seasoned.
and Spicy.
Welcome to our show. We are so glad and pleased and grateful to have you guys join in with us tonight in this warm month of July. We are excited about all the things that are happening, and we are perplexed by a lot of things that are happening as well. Hope you guys are doing well, and I hope all is good with you. From the last time that we were together, we had so much fun. I tell you, it was crazy, especially the relationship questions.
Oh yeah, I had fun with that, and I had fun with our stand-in co-host, Miss Amber Tide. That was such a great person to have on the show. It was so cool to have her and talk about her journey with Country Lane. So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was fun. I think you guys did a fabulous job.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah.
Holding it down for the win.
Yeah. Well, you were holding it down. You were doing a great job in holding it down.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just straighten up my shirt here. I can't have too much of this gut showing.
Oh my goodness. So what we getting into today? Because I know you got some mess, TJ. It's been a couple weeks, so I know you got some mess.
You know what? The only mess that I have right now is Donald Trump mess.
Oh my God.
Donald Trump is oh my God, he is going nuts over this Epstein stuff, and I don't know that. I'm not sure why people are so obsessed with it. Maybe it's because Trump at one time was all for the names being released of people that were part of the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. He was all for that. And then now, of course, he's not. He wants things covered up.
I wonder why that is. He's probably on that list.
He might be on.
He just don't want everybody to know he's somewhere in Nicaragua or whatever, however you say it. He's somewhere in Zimbabwe.
yeah, that's crazy. Well, again, welcome to Seasoned and Spicy. We're live here in the Motor City, Detroit. We want to welcome all of you across the country. Those of you that are in Mexico, Puerto Rico, South Carolina, South America, Spain, England. I'm just being silly. Inane. That's a more intellectual word. I'm being inane. INANE.
That's that school teacher. I ain't never heard that word.
Oh my God, Kimmy.
But teach us something.
Kimmy, you are something. I tell you, you are something. I just enjoy this program, and I enjoy your effervescent personality.
Oh, well, thank you. I enjoy it too. I think it's so fun. But what I enjoy about it the most is I love the dynamic because I think it's different. Like, you don't see too many co-hosts that's older, and then you have one younger.
Here we go.
I know. But that's what makes us who we are. And I think that's what makes us stand out as well. We can give two perspectives.
Did you hear that, Troy? She said, I'm older and she's younger.
I didn't say old. I said older.
Okay, so you're young. I get it. Nick's young and I'm old. That's okay. I'm very blessed to be old.
Oh, absolutely. There's a blessing in age, honey.
Yeah, age like fine wine.
And you aging like fine wine. I do got to give you that one.
Okay, let's get off of that. Let's move it along. Hey, the ex-Vice President Pence told Trump that he should release all of the information and all of the news concerning this Jeffrey Epstein stuff. And of course, that is the opposite of what Trump wants to do. You think Trump's going to listen to him?
Absolutely not. He don't listen to nobody. I don't even think he listens to himself. And that sounds crazy. I don't know who he listens to. I think he just wake up one day and just make decisions. And then go to bed. And then the next day he wake up and say, why did I do that? All right, I'm about to come up with something else crazy to do. I don't even know.
I'm not sure either. It's amazing to me. This whole Trumpism and this era of Trumpism is just absolutely amazing. That people could follow so much foolishness in this administration. I've been cutting things and just slicing things and firing people. The Supreme Court recently said that, hey, you could go ahead with the firings of all of the people in the Department of Education and all of this kind of stuff. I mean, it's just, like 4,000 people just losing their jobs,
Wow. I mean, I think I've asked this before. I'm always going to, where is the checks and balances?
Yeah. Gone.
Where is it at?
You heard the old movie Gone with the Wind?
Oh, yeah.
That's where it is. Gone with the wind.
That's definitely what it seems like.
We are officially under authoritarianism. And we are in a situation where, look, in other countries, they call it the dictatorship. They don't call that dictatorship here.
Right.
They want to hang on to the popular terms, and we call it Congress and Republicans and Democrats and whatever. And Trump just consistently denigrates, I should say, every person who is a Democrat, as if he is not the president of. No, he isn't. Is he? He's not the president of all people. He's made that pretty clear. He wants to rule our people, but he's not the president. He's not the person who cares about all people. He pretty much just cares about the Republican Party.
Absolutely.
That's his deal.
The point of us having someone in office, the Congress, the president, they're supposed to represent the people and what we need.
Right.
And it's funny. I saw a video earlier, and it was a young gentleman, and he was saying, like, it's in the Constitution and it's in our rights to overthrow the government if we feel like we are not getting what we need and that they're not serving the people like they should. Yeah. We have the power to overthrow the government. And he said, it's 500 of them. It's way more of us. So what y'all trying to do?
I don't know if that's going to happen. I think there is going to be some cataclysmic events in the next year or so. I think you're going to see some uprisings and things like that. And that's unfortunate, because every time you have this kind of protest atmosphere, there are people who lose their lives.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's the unfortunate part of it, So I'm really concerned about that. And but hey, that's just the way it goes in this country that we call America. Now of course the Republicans are on track to pass a bill that would cut $1 billion from programs like PBS and NPR. These are stations and institutions that provide public programming for radio stations and TV. I think that's awful.
I mean, I grew up on PBS personally, and I think that's for our youth and for our children. We have enough, hoopla. That's a crazy word, but enough that we see on TV, on the radio, and music now that I think it's good. We still have that lane for children. Yeah, but then now you want to take that away. Yeah. And it's already enough tablets, it's already enough cell phones, TVs raising our kids as it is. Yeah. And then now you want to take out, it's to help teach our children, help them grow, and you want to cut the funding for that. I mean, I just don't understand how they're coming up with what they're deciding to cut on and what they're deciding to put money towards, like that stupid parade that we talked about a couple weeks ago. Oh, but you're cutting funding for these things that we need. I mean, I don't know if we.
What did they spend on that parade? Was it like $45 million?
Not to mention the damage it did that needed to be paid for as well.
I think it was
crazy.
I think the damage to the streets and things like that amounted to about $16 million.
Exactly.
I mean, that kind of money could have fed a lot of children, families. It could have built a couple of schools or whatever. I mean, it's just such a waste.
It's such a waste.
And to do what? To prove to the world that we have some military equipment? No, it was all for Trump to look more like a king or a dictator like Kim Jong-un or Xi Jinping or whatever his name is over there in China. He wants to be like those guys, It's awful, but it's the way it is. Of course, now it's been on the news report. They show some pictures of Trump's hand. His hand has swelled to disproportionate measures, and It didn't look very good at all. They were showing his hand. They said, and here's the crazy part. His hands has swelled from frequent handshaking. Can we shake hands on that? No, keep shaking. We're gonna shake throughout the program, and my hand's gonna swell.
They said it was
your hand's gonna swell.
Bruise. That's what they said. It was a bruise on his hand from frequent handshake. I mean, literally, for however many presidents we've had, and how many years, that we've had presidents in office, their main thing is shaking hands with people.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone have a quote unquote bruise. It's not really a bruise. He looks embalmed, but who am I to say that? but
wait. But if we know Trump as we know him, he will blame the swelling of the hand. He will blame it on Democrats.
That or China.
But here's the thing. He doesn't shake hands with Democrats, but he'll blame it on them.
Oh, yeah.
The Democrats cause my hands to swell from too much frequent handshaking. And he doesn't shake their hands.
He doesn't shake their hands.
Talks about them, but he doesn't shake their hands. That's crazy.
I mean, I just think that goes to show the frivolous lies that they tell about what's going on. He has a chronic illness. That's why his leg hurts. Yeah. And now the frequent handshaking. He old. Number one, he is close to death.
Oh, don't say that. Come on.
He's
Spicy.
pushing 90, right?
Come on, Spicy. No, he's not 90.
Okay, listen.
Trump is about 79, I believe. 79.
Oh, okay, so close to 90.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, this presidency is literally just a joke. Okay. It's a joke.
Hey, listen, it is a joke, and it's unfortunate because America certainly has been a powerhouse of the country for many years. But, when I think about the inequities in our country, I think that makes me more angry than anything else. Mm-hmm. The fact that so many things are being hidden from our people, so many things are being cut out, and we are putting our people in a position where they don't even know history anymore. Mm-hmm. You know how many people still don't know about Black Wall Street?
Oh yeah.
Still don't know about other establishments. Who are you waving at?
I'm waving to.
See, she's forgetting she's on main.
No, I am not forgetting that. I'm waving to our wonderful, wonderful followers who are choosing to tune in and listen to Seasoned and Spicy. Make them want to feel welcome.
All right. Well, hey, you're welcome, and join us anytime for the fabulous Seasoned and Spicy show. But seriously, Trump has I think he's caused a lot of problems in this country. Now, are there some good things that he is possibly doing? Perhaps, but it's how he's doing it. Mm-hmm. I think that upsets most people. It's just the way he does things, how he talks about people, denigrates them, just derogatory remarks. He said Obama and those guys were responsible for the whole Epstein saga. Crazy, right? Isn't that crazy?
They blame President Obama for so many things.
Obama and Biden.
He has not even been in office in over 8 years, and everything is his fault. He was the problem.
Yes.
He wanted to deport Obama. When let's really talk about it, isn't his wife an immigrant?
Yeah, isn't she?
Deport her.
Yeah.
She don't like him no way.
Ooh. Okay. So what else we got on the program? What else are we talking about today? We're going to go to a break in just a moment. What else is on our program?
We're going to talk about a few different things. We're going to talk about the EPSI Awards today, and we're going to get into some drama between, some relationship drama. So stay tuned for that, because I know you guys want to hear all about the drama and the tea.
Okay. And do you have the question? We won't get into it right now, but do you have the question so we can?
Oh, of course, but I don't want to spill it just yet.
You don't want to spill it just. You don't want people a chance to talk?
I don't want them to think about their answer.
Okay. All right. Glad to have Miss Kelly on board watching us. I don't know if you know Kelly, but Ronnie Kelly is a local resident here in the city of Detroit. and she has a book. She has a book called "Damaged Crowns Still Shine." Don't you think that's a powerful name?
I like that. Hold on now. Let me fix my crown real quick. Okay.
Damaged crown, meaning women who have been damaged. Damaged crowns still shine. I just love that title.
I love that title. That's amazing.
Yeah, she's doing some amazing things, and she's got an event coming next year. And her event is kind of a collection of beautiful people, women, people who will support all of the things that her book talks about, support her in her effort to basically bring people up out of that place that dark place that they were in. Unfortunately, women who were raped and abused and whatever. So her book is very important. And if you don't have the book, go on Amazon and get this book. It's called Damaged Crowns Still Shine. And I've read it, and it is powerful. It is powerful. All right, we're going to go to break here, and we will be right back with more of Seasoned and Spicy. Yeah. If you haven't been to Luxury Home Furniture, then you have no idea what you are missing. Gorgeous dining room sets, stylish and exquisite living room sets, chairs, lamps, everything you need to turn your home into that high-fashion magazine look you've always wanted. Turn your bedroom into a nighttime oasis and sleep like a baby on comfortable world-class Serta mattresses. Make your way over to their Madison Heights store on 14 and John R. next to Target. Or if you're in Oak Park, visit our Coolidge store near 8 Mile. For Detroiters, check out Luxury Home Furniture at Greenfield and Warren. Mention my name, TJ, and get a special discount. And when you buy one of their fabulous sets, you'll get a free 5x8 rug to match. Everyone's approved. It's Luxury Home Furniture, the best furniture store in Metro Detroit. All right, we are back here, Seasoned and Spicy. I'm here with my girl, Kimette, and the exciting, the effervescent, the beautiful Miss Kimmy. Kimette.
I love how you always hype me up. Like, you just make me feel so good.
Yeah, well, I have to keep you happy, otherwise you might leave. And then there's only one Kimette.
Don't worry, I ain't going nowhere.
You all heard that. You all heard. All right. All right. So tell us, what is on tap here for this part of the show? You've got some relationship things to talk about. Listen, I listen. By the way, before you get into that, I shot a nice round today of golf. I played golf this morning and did pretty well.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Yeah, had some pars and some birdies. Yeah, of course.
Oh,
of course. Okay. Of course I won.
You gotta show them how it's done, TJ.
I gotta show how it's done. I'm coming after my boy Troy and Ed and all the rest of them. I'm coming after them.
You get you a win and then come do your show. I like it. I like that for you.
All right, so we're gonna talk about some relationship items. But before that, let's see. Do we have any new comments? Yeah, got some people on.
Yeah, we got some people on.
Okay.
Yep. We got plenty of people on. They waiting on us. So before we get into the relationship, so I know it's been a couple of weeks since we had Juneteenth, which we all know what Juneteenth is. That's the official day for us as Black people. We were finally free, not on July 4th, but on Juneteenth. But I don't know if you saw, but Kroger came out with these Juneteenth cakes. Now, normally for holidays, they have cakes, right?
Okay.
And July 4th, you get the red, white, and blue with the sprinkles on it and all of that good stuff.
Okay.
Well, we got some cakes for Juneteenth, and it looked like a 3-year-old decorated them.
Ooh, really?
And
who did this?
Kroger.
Oh,
so we got them pulled up. And so one cake, as you can see, the border was just some white cream and it said free in the middle.
What?
And then June 19th.
Does that mean it doesn't cost anything? You can just what is this?
It's a mess. And then the other one said free with the @ sign at last.
Free at last. And this is Kroger?
This is Kroger. And so a young lady, she talked about it on TikTok and it went viral, and they immediately got rid of every single cake in Kroger.
Wow.
Immediately.
Wow. That is crazy. So Kroger's under fire for putting out some cakes that just was awful.
They were just so very demeaning. I mean, I would rather you just not make anything.
Yeah.
if that's what you're gonna like, what is this 2% effort that they gave us? I just don't understand. We always get the bottom of the barrel, and like I don't know if that was supposed to be their way of inclusivity or trying to give us something.
I don't know. They do it reluctantly, and that's the problem. It's like anything that they actually do for us, it's a reluctant move. They really don't want to do it.
Absolutely.
And I think that's awful. It is time, America. It is time for you to finally accept the fact that Black people are here and we are here to stay.
Absolutely.
We do have our freedom, and we're going to exercise our freedom, and we're going to excel in everything that we do.
Absolutely.
So you might as well get used to it. Okay. Now you might not be watching me, but I'm putting it out there anyway, just in case we have a few people watching. Look, I'm not against white people. I'm not prejudiced or anything like that. But we have to recognize that we do have situations in our government, in our system, that is just designed to humiliate Black people. And it's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous. And so I don't know. This is just another example of how they, again, want to control the minds of people.
That Kroger, and give us the table scraps.
Kroger. Oh, my God.
Ridiculous. And honestly, I don't even think that they commented or even gave a apology or anything about it. They just took them away. And, I guess that was their way of righting their wrong.
Yeah. Well, I hope that the conversation that the young lady had, I hope that it continues to go viral, because this is a story that needs to be told.
Absolutely.
And people need to know more about it. All right, let's get into the relationship stuff.
You want to get into it already?
I want to see what you got. I heard you got a hot topic.
Okay.
And I like to be surprised by Miss Kemi's topics. I like that. I don't like to spend time researching stuff, because then I won't be able to talk off the top of my head. I want to be able to know exactly. I want my heart to speak. Yeah.
I like that. So to lead us into that, we got a little video. So there's a company called Astronomer.
Do we have that video? No, we don't have
but
that.
But that's
video.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a company called Astronomer, and the CEO, Andy Byron, and his head of HR, Kristen Cabot, they were caught this week on the Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert, cuddled up.
Wait. Say those names again. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
Okay, so they were at a Coldplay concert.
Who were these people again?
This is the CEO, Andy Byron.
Andy
Byron, yes.
Okay, he's the guy.
Yes, and then his head of HR, which is Kristen Cabot.
Christian. That's the
Kristen.
guy. Is that a girl? Or
it's a girl.
Oh, it's a girl. Okay.
Yeah, and they were cuddled up on the Jumbotron, and my sister, she just commented. She said they're both married.
Oh,
not to each other.
Oh.
But they were cuddled up.
Ouch.
And caught on the Jumbotron. Ooh. And funny enough, the person from Coldplay, when they put him up there, they hurried up and ran away. The woman covered her eyes like this. And the man, he ducked down, and he's like, oh, either they don't want to be seen or they're having an affair or something.
Yeah. Ooh.
And come to find out, they really are having an affair with one another.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, hey.
So,
it happens. All right. So where's that? Where's all this leading us?
That's leading me to my question of the week.
She's getting ready to put the hammer down. Here it comes.
Is cheating ever forgivable?
Is it ever forgivable?
Yes, I need to know.
I need to know
too. If you get cheated on, can you forgive your partner? And we want to know from our viewers as well. Comment, please. Let us know if you are cheated on or been cheated on before. Were you able to forgive your partner, or could you see yourself forgiving your partner?
And secondly, could you move on comfortably? In your mind.
I think that's the real question.
Yeah. So. Is cheating forgivable? Nick is saying yes.
Oh, okay, Nick.
He gave it a thumbs up.
Is it some stipulations behind that though, or is it just
Trust ain't never gonna be the same.
Right.
If you lose trust, you can always earn it back.
Okay, so trust. Okay.
So you can lose trust, but you can always earn it back.
Okay. Neil Crosby say it's forgivable. Okay, Neil. All right. That's cool. It's forgivable. It is. But I think Nick has a point. It's forgivable, but does it destroy the trust between people? Do you think it's going to happen again? Are you worried that there's more of that kind of thing coming? You know, so it's a heavy thing, you know, especially in this day and age when there is just so much. I don't know. I don't even have the word to describe what's going on in today's world in the sense of how people present themselves. And so I'm just wondering. So can we do we have anybody want to respond to that?
Deanna said, yes, it's forgivable. Or I'm sorry. Yeah. So I'm sorry. She said she doesn't think so. And Kessie, he said, hell no. Oh my goodness. So we got some people that's you know, we got some no's and we got some yes.
Zola Johnson says that it's forgivable, but there will be trust issues. Okay. And Luana, some people can't get over it. Some can. Well, that's true. Some people can get over it and move on. And others, it'll always be in the back of their mind.
So that's just how strong a person you are.
So what was that again?
That's just how strong a person you are at the end.
Okay. So it's how strong you are, says Mr. Nick. So how strong you are. Okay.
So I have to ask the one person that I really want to know the answer from. TJ, is cheating forgivable?
Of course it's forgivable. I believe it is. You know, I mean, we all make mistakes. We all do things that we shouldn't do. Yes, it's forgivable. But it's how you handle your relationship after you have ventured into that foul territory. It's how you handle it. It's whether you build it back up or not. What do you do afterwards? You can't. You have to get. You know, you're going to initially do things that sort of appease your partner. You can't keep doing it because then it seems to be, you know, suspicious. But you put it out there. If you put it out there, you do run the risk of trust issues. There's no question about that. You know, so but you have to forgive. You have to forgive. That's important. The question becomes, if a person cheats again,
is it
that second time or that third time, is it forgivable? You know, because there's so many people, and it's often said that women, and I've heard this before, and I don't know what other people's view is on. I've often heard that women tend to forgive more than men. Is that true? Viewers, you think that's true out there? That women forgive easier or more than men? Men seem to be a little bit more unforgiving, I think.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
100%. And I can say that because I am a woman. So I do think that we are way more forgiving than men are.
Is it because we look at you guys too much like, you know, that's mine, and you know, we put you guys up on a pedestal, and I don't know, what is it? Do you think it's ego or
ego on which side though?
Well, you know, men, we tend to be proud of our women. I mean, we take it pretty hard, you know, if a woman cheats. I think. I
just think that men can't handle what they dish out.
Ooh,
I definitely don't think men can handle. You can, Nick. However, and I'm not going to get vulgar on it, but
yeah, don't get vulgar.
I'm not.
We're a clean program.
When men cheat, it's like expected of us to forgive them because they quote unquote made a mistake. But when women cheat, the first question is they always ask is, did you give them head? That's number one.
Did you what? No, we can't go there.
No, but that's the main question from.
Yeah, well, we don't want to go there.
You know, it's always about semantics with them. It's always about going into overly details. I mean, we're all grown here, so just to keep it real,
we can't.
I mean,
we can't. We're grown, but we can't. We don't want to go down that path.
Yeah, I mean, but
Kim is such a purist in the sense that she likes to keep things real, but we do have some guardrails.
I'm sorry. What's a better word?
We're just going too far.
Is that a better word? I mean, but
Neil Crosby says it's disrespect, and men don't like disrespect. You see how I cut through that? I try to cut through that.
So men don't deal with disrespect, but women are supposed to deal with disrespect because is it not disrespectful to the woman to get cheated on? I mean, I don't.
No, it is disrespectful. It is truly disrespectful. Because it's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that men. I think the better question or the better answer concerning what you are saying is that men are more concerned. Did they have a sexual relationship,
Mm-hmm.
however it was?
Mm-hmm.
You know, did they have that? That tends to be, but that's the whole idea of cheating. You know, for the most part, that's the
Mm-hmm.
whole idea. And once men find that out, then we have a tougher time dealing with that kind of thing than women. And Neil Crosby says, I agree. Women deal with more than men. And okay, Neil, yeah, I think women do. I think, is it because women are more emotional or what? What do you think?
Well, I like this comment from one of our viewers. So he said that women are trained to accept infidelity and men are trained to be inflexible with our boundaries. So I definitely like that comment. And I think it kind of goes back to, you know, with how we're raised. I mean,
well, when he says train, what I would like to know is giving, I would like for him to give some examples of that training. Where do we see it at, you know?
So that was kind of what I was going to get into. So just kind of thinking back, like, you know, we think about Big Mama back in the day, like they were stay-at-home mothers and they raised the kids and they had 5, 6, 7, 8 children back in the day. But it was also a common theme for them to know that their husband were stepping out.
Mm-hmm.
But because they were stay-at-home mothers, they had no money, they had no other way of, you know, sort of living because their man was the breadwinner and taking care of the household and
Mm-hmm.
took care of everything. They had to stay in a situation where it's like, you know, you either deal with what I'm giving you because I am providing these things for you,
Mm-hmm.
or you can leave if you want to. But then that also means that stability is now gone. The house is now gone. You know, that father in the house is also now gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we are, you know, trained, as he said, to some extent to accept the infidelity.
Yeah. So Neil says, no, I'm saying women deal with disrespect way differently. Way different. Is that true? Do you think women do?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you expand on that?
Well, so he commented again and said women are emotional with their cheating. Men usually don't go falling in love. It usually takes a connection for a woman to cheat, whereas a man, he knows he is usually there just for the ride.
Okay.
Which that's very, very. Thank you, Neil, for providing that, because I had another question later for the conversation, but why not get into it now?
Okay, go
and
for it.
The question was, do men and women cheat for different reasons?
Oh, for different reasons. You know what? I can't say that I know the answer to that, you know, but if I were to give a guess, I would probably say they cheat for the same reason, because what's really in it? If you're married or you're in a relationship and you decide you want to cheat, what is in it? If you're single, okay, and you're cheating on your partner, that may be different because maybe someone's offering you money, that kind of thing. That could be different. But if you're married, I think it's closer to they cheat for the same reasons. You know, it's just, you know.
You agree, Nick?
No, like I've seen a lot of married people, they cheat, and the reason is payback.
Okay, so payback.
Oh, payback. Okay.
Payback.
Somebody off, and they trying to get payback.
Okay, all right.
It's
a heavy subject.
I don't personally agree.
Okay,
I do think that men and women cheat for different reasons.
Okay, explain.
And I can only speak for a woman's perspective, but I think that women cheat because they're looking for something that they're missing at home. I know a lot of. No, let me take that back. I don't know a lot of women. I know situations of women who have stepped out on their relationships, whether married or just, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend, however you want to call it. But I definitely think that there is something missing at home. A lot of times women will cheat because either they're not getting the attention from their partner or they're not getting the emotional support that they need
Mhm.
from their partner. So they go out and it may not even be that they're necessarily looking for it, but if someone is providing that for them, like, baby, how was your day today? Like, what
Mhm.
happened at work? Like, wanting to talk to them, wanting to know about the little things that women want to have that, with their partner that they don't give
Mhm.
them, or the
Mhm.
attention that they're looking for. Like, oh, baby, you look good today. Oh, I like you in that red dress. Oh, because I think that a lot of times when you're with someone for a long period of time, that kind of sizzles out.
Mhm.
They don't
Mhm.
appreciate their partner as much as they used to.
Mhm.
And as women, we need that because we are emotional creatures.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Neil goes on to say that whatever the reason is selfish, and I do agree with that comment. It's very selfish, and Zola Johnson says again, I think both may cheat for something they are missing in the relationship. Something like what are some of the things that generally we feel that may be missing in relationships? And maybe the better question is what does it take to keep a relationship viable and meaningful and fulfilling? What does it really take? Shoot, you give me one thing that you feel that it takes to keep a relationship in good standing. What do you think?
Vulnerability.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
I think a lot of times women need their men to be vulnerable with them. And I don't think that men are. And when I say vulnerable, I mean, women are often looked at as overly emotional creatures, while men tend to not show their emotions at all, except when it comes to, like, if they're showing anger. And that's not always what we need in our relationship. Sometimes we need our men to be a little bit more empathetic towards us when we are being emotional, and vice versa. Like, I think men need to be a little bit more upfront with their feelings and their emotions and what they're feeling, because I think that leads to people wanting to cheat in the relationship, because they're not being vulnerable and they're not communicating their needs and their wants in the relationship, because they just don't feel like they can truly express who they are with their partner, because they don't know how to be vulnerable with one another.
Well, that's an interesting word that you're using here, to be vulnerable. Men don't. I don't think that men typically think of using that word in terms of their personality. It's not part of their vernacular. It's we may even look at that word as a synonym for weakness. So we don't really, for the most part, like to think of ourselves as being vulnerable to anything. Man, we like to be strong, and that's just the nature of most men, so
yeah.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting subject. Miss Monique says vulnerability, it is a great asset in a man. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This is new.
I love a man that's
Okay.
vulnerable. Please. Okay. Yes. So, I want to know what you're feeling like, because I'm not a mind reader. Like, people say that all the time, but then they continue on and not exactly express what they need or want from their partner.
I'm trying to think of a scenario where a man demonstrates his vulnerability. I'm trying to think of a scenario. Where does this come in at? Help us, educate me, please.
I think it can come in a lot of ways.
Give me a scenario.
Okay.
I'm vulnerable, and being vulnerable is going to make you feel better about the relationship. Okay, what is something that you want me to demonstrate in terms of my being vulnerable? Vulnerable to what?
Okay, so say you're in a relationship with someone, and there's something that your woman continuously does that is just, it's very hurtful to you, or it doesn't sit right with you, or it doesn't sit right with your spirit. I think it takes a level of vulnerability to be able to explain how what she is doing is making you feel. And I mean more than just anger, because I think men tend to express only in anger when things upset them. Like, if you're hurt, say that. If you're sad, say that.
Yeah.
It doesn't, if you're disappointed, say that. If you're frustrated, it doesn't always have to be, oh, this pissing me off, or I'm angry, or I'm mad, or I'm upset. Like, do you not have any other emotion other than that? Like, men don't even like to cry in front of their partner, and it's like, how can we really be partners if you can't shed a tear in front of me? Do you really trust me enough? Do you really love me enough?
This is so deep. I can't even listen, and I'm probably guilty of all of this. I cannot even imagine myself.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. I'm not being facetious. I'm trying to look. I can't imagine. Neil, help me out, brother, because maybe Neil, can you? I don't know. I can't do it. I can't. Does that mean that
you won't?
Well, it's not that I won't. It's just that I don't. I'm trying to figure out how do I feel this emotion so deeply that it makes me go, oh, I'm just so sorry that what am I saying? I mean, okay, brothers, please help me out here. Maybe I'm the what is Neil saying here?
And I don't like that. Nick said men are trained not to cry, and I know so many men that literally are trained not to cry, and it's like crying does not make you weak.
Okay,
crying is.
But why do I have to cry? I don't get it.
You don't have to cry.
But you said I don't have to cry. Or you said you don't have to cry or you won't cry. It's not, I mean,
no, that's not what I said.
Okay,
you said I can't, and I said you can't or you won't.
I won't.
So you telling me you never cried?
I won't because I can't.
You never cried.
I never. Did I ever cry? Yeah,
because
maybe I did.
You cried as a baby.
Well, yeah, but I'm not a baby.
You cried
anymore.
as a kid.
Man.
And I'm a woman.
I'm not a kid anymore.
I'm a woman.
But you're not a kid anymore.
But I'm a woman, and we cry.
Why?
What makes us any different?
Because you're wired differently.
No, we are all wired. You have emotions. I have emotions. It's all with the yin and yang. There's a feminine and there's a masculine. You're not all masculine. There's a femininity and there's a masculine energy in you, just like it is in women. There's a feminine and there's a masculine energy. And so it's all about how we use them and not allowing them to control us.
Now I do. Now here's a comment that Neil makes. He says, "I've cried. I trusted my ex-wife," and then he says, "My dad passed, my grandmother passed." Okay, so now, but those are different. But look, I can understand a person crying, and in terms of a man weeping when they lose a loved one. I understand that. I lost my wife, some 30 years ago, and it was hard. Yeah, so there were nights that I cried. But in terms of just regular relationship kind of things, I think Luana Kelly says this, and I think this is pretty cool. She says, just show a little sensitivity. Mm-hmm. I agree with that, Luana. Show a little sensitivity. Now, how can we do that? Yeah, or what now? I can do that. I can do that, honey. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was hurting your feelings. When I said what I said, and I apologize. But now, do I have to cry while I'm saying that? I'm just asking.
TJ.
I'm just asking. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Do I have to? Would it mean more to you if I cried or dropped a tear when I say that?
You don't have to cry in all situations. Everything is situational based. However, there are things that create those feelings to want, because it doesn't always have to be loss that creates a sadness. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, some things affect you in a way where it's like, man, this hurt me really deeply.
Yeah.
Whether it's loss or not.
Okay. Now, you know what? Now Neil just said something to me that I think spurns provokes a question in my mind. When a man gets hurt by his partner or whatever, is it safe for him to express that hurt to another woman?
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. Is that safe?
Ooh. Mm-hmm. But before we get into that, we got a couple comments. They've been coming in, baby. They've been coming in.
Come on in.
All right. Miss Deshawn said they are taught to hold it all in.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. I keep hearing this thing about we are trained to do this. We are taught to do that. Nobody taught me to do any of that.
Yes, they did.
No,
yes, they did.
So I missed it then. I missed it, right? I missed the lesson.
No.
Okay. trying to think who taught me.
Society teaches,
Society.
even if it's not in your household. But when you were growing up, did you feel like it was a safe space to cry if you broke your leg? Are you crying?
I broke my collarbone, and I screamed to the top of my lungs. Absolutely.
Did you cry?
Absolutely.
Okay, then.
But that's pain, man. That's physical pain.
But what I'm saying is, you had an emotion towards this physical pain.
Yeah, it wasn't no emotion. It was just pain.
It was emotional too.
Okay.
It was emotional too, because there is no physical without the emotion.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So we are all born with emotions. Why, when men become a certain age, they feel like this one particular emotion does not fit me anymore because I am of this age? That does not make any sense.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Because if that's the case, then women, we should be the same way too then. But if we are, then it's like, oh, how dare you be like that? Because now you acting like a man. Like I need to know. It's not making sense. So Kevin said most men see vulnerability as a sign of weakness because in some situations women have used that against them during times of disagreement.
And then I also worry that if a man shows emotion a lot, okay, even to the point where he cries, and then that woman that he shows it to, she sees another man out there that's just strong in his personality and strong in his position, his disposition, and he's just got all this masculinity, and she's attracted to that. He's strong, but my husband and my partner or my partner is just weak. He's always crying. He's always, you run that risk. Don't you run that risk?
No,
you don't think so?
I think you're overthinking it because
maybe so.
That's that sacred vulnerability that you establish with your partner.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying go out and just go cry every day. That's not what we're saying.
But sometimes, just cry sometimes.
We're saying that it's okay to let it out because.
No, I believe that. Look, if a man wants to cry, this is my feeling. If a man wants to cry, he feels like he needs to cry, then cry. I wouldn't look at that man as anything other than the man that he is. Mm-hmm. I'm just simply saying, for me, I have a difficult time. Maybe that's just wrong of me. I don't know. Pray for me. I don't know.
I'm gonna pray for you, TJ, because I want to see some tears. Miss Deanna said, we are born with emotion. There's strength in a man who is able to be comfortable in his natural emotions. Silence/suppression does not equal strength.
Suppression. So she's saying that we are suppressing our emotions. We're suppressing them, and so instead of releasing them by crying and showing emotion, we just suppress them, and she's saying that doesn't show strength. That's not a sign of strength. That is. It may not be, but at the same time, why is it a prerogative? Why is it necessary for you to think that I'm a good person or a good partner because I'm so vulnerable? Why do I need to have that in my life if it's not sincerely a part of me? Wouldn't you want sincere? Because I don't want to be emotional and cry because I think that's what you need. That's what you need.
It's not that. It's how you it's in how you show up with your partner. Like if that's you, if you don't cry, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you show up with your partner when it comes to certain situations? Like you said, you're able to say, I'm sorry that it made you feel that way. I apologize. But is it full of sincerity in that? Like when you express yourself, like even when we're talking emotion wise, like when you're describing how you feel, if you're upset about something, what's the average word that you use when you're upset about something?
When I'm upset about something?
Yeah, if something doesn't sit right with you or you don't like it or whatever.
For me, I would just simply talk it out. I would say, I'm just, it bothers me, or I feel that we need to talk. I don't know that we need to get emotional about it. If you hurt me, or whatever, I'll tell you that you hurt me, but I don't have to show that hurt through tears, or through some other kind of emotion. Now, again, it could be a situation where men need to release themselves more so. I'm not saying, because I'm not suggesting by any means that I have the answers to all this, because maybe that's why some men do go off on women, because they have never, ever really released their emotions or whatever. Maybe that's why some men do dastardly things that are just horrible. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I'm just simply saying, I'm just one person out here who simply says, for me, I don't know that I've ever cried in a relationship. I don't know that I've ever had. But does that mean I got a scab on my heart or something? Does that really mean that?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's situational, and I think it's it's personal to every person. However, I do think, and this is just for me personally, I think that there is a level of vulnerability in that, and I think there's a level of trust in that, and I think there's a different level of love and respect in that. I remember the first time I saw one of my ex cry, and I never felt anything like I felt before when I saw that, because I've never seen him cry before. And it was something that really hurt him. Not something that I did, but something that hurt me, and it hurt him that it hurt me. And he cried.
So he was sensitive to your being subjected to whatever it was that made you hurt.
Yes, and he cried, and I never felt like.
And I don't say that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, no, but it was just like I never felt like someone loved me more in that moment, because it was like, for you to break down that wall that you're taught, boys are only, girls cry and men don't cry. To be vulnerable, to let that out, because to me, tears are cleansing. Water is cleansing, and we as beings, we are 90% water, and we have to be able to let that out.
That's fine. And again, I don't discount anything you say. I'm not in a disagreement. I just think that most men are wired differently, but I do think that men have to be more understanding in terms of what their mates are going through. And they have to have the ability to transmit thoughts and conversation that calms and brings peace, to that woman's mind. I don't know that it's necessary, again, to show tears and things like that. But I do think that, however a man wants to express his emotions, as long as it's not something that's going to injure. Neil says this. He says, TJ, this is a good conversation. Men tell other men their problems with women. They're usually identical. Then we go back and deal with who we love. I never wanted to put my stresses on my ex-wife, so I would talk my problems to others in a safe place so I can get wisdom on how to deal. No use in us both being stressed. Well, that's cool. And that makes sense. That makes sense. This is a good subject. I agree. And I think I've learned a lot. I'm going to, and I'm not trying to be facetious, but I'm going to look for the next opportunity to cry. No, I'm just that came across the wrong way.
Come get him, please.
that came across the wrong way. I guess that is being a little facetious. But seriously, I think I've learned something, and I hope that the brothers out there have learned something too, because we do have to respect our women. We do have to respect the fact that they are sensitive to a lot of things, and we should, if we're sensitive to those things, we need to express ourselves, not be afraid to express ourselves, whether that's emotional or through conversation or whatever the case may be, because communication is the most important thing, as far as I'm concerned, in a relationship. If you don't communicate, you're going to extricate the relationship some kind of way. That's not good. So, but anyway, I love the topic. Thank you so much.
I thought it was a really good topic, and I'm definitely learning a lot, and I like the feedback that we're getting from the men. Like Noah, he said, as a 24-year-old man, I would say it's best to let it out, hold it in.
Yeah.
It causes rage, and I see a lot of rage in men today, especially Black men. I really, really do, and I think that when men learn a little bit more of and I don't even want to say learn, but when they embrace a little bit more of their emotional side, I think it does create a better understanding between him and his partner, because I think women are always looked at as overly emotional, too emotional. But I think we are, because we always have to carry the burden and we have to, carry that for ourselves and our partners, because a lot of times we will see our partners hurting. And they will not share, they will not express it. And it's like we have to fight tooth and nail with our partner to try to get out. Baby, what's wrong? Baby, what's going on? Please just talk to me. I don't know what's happening. And I think that leads back to, you wanting to step out on a relationship and things of that nature, because you don't feel like you have a place where you can share. But then the women also don't feel like their men trust them enough to share with them. So it's like we're fighting each other instead of just being open.
Well, one thing
to share with one another.
One thing I definitely appreciate what you just said, and that is that women tend to have to carry the burden. And that is so true. I think any man that is honest will have to admit that women do carry the burdens of families, of relationship. They carry the bulk of that burden, and it's not fair. It's not. It will cause stress in a relationship, and it can cause burnout. And then you wonder why your wife or your partner cheats.
And why women cheat more emotionally and less on a physical level. Yeah.
Well, it is a great conversation, and one of our goals here is, as we provide entertainment, we'd like to also provide information that helps to build character and integrity. Because one thing that most men, most Black men, I'm just going to say this and put this out there, because I know for me this is a very true statement. Most Black men are not raised in families qualities that help them to build meaningful relationships. We may get it down the line. It may come too late. It may not come at all. But brothers, we've got to do a much better job at instilling character and integrity in our children. Thank you so much, Ms. Kimmy, for that great question.
Thank you.
The conversation. We're going to have more of this next week. You got to share this with your friends.
Yes, please.
Now, look, I'm not a social media guru in the sense that I know all the technical terms, but do you share? Are there notifications? Hit that notification button.
Yes, share. You can hit share on our live on Facebook at TJ Hemphill Presents. Yeah. You can hit share on Chemist_rising on Instagram. Share. We post on YouTube after the show. We post this, so share with your friends, because it is recorded. And I have to say, I have to read these comments, because Deanna said, we need more than an hour for this. Good topic, Kimmy. And then King Ramsey also said, good show. So I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in and giving us your feedback. And I have to say thank you to TJ for being vulnerable and letting us know, like, hey, I'm not gonna lie, I never cried before, and that's okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah. And we like that. We like that.
I want to read this. Noah says, not on topic. He says, I don't know if I ever thanked you, TJ. You gave me my first acting opportunity in your play, I'll Be Home for Christmas. And that helped me so much to connect with the other side of my gift. Well, bless you, sir.
That is beautiful.
Bless you, sir. Bless you. Thank you, Neil. We appreciate this platform too, and we hope that we can make it better for you. And our dial-in number, just so you'll have it for next week, our dial-in number is 313
859 8858.
8858. Okay. Let's give that number one more time. Can you?
313-859-8858.
Okay. So look forward to meeting us again next Thursday at 8 o'clock. Now we're going to have some more great topics that I hope that you will love and enjoy. This is TJ Hemphill
and Kimmy Kimet.
Seasoned and
Spicy.
Says good night. Peace.